The invitation was a trap. The assistant plans to seize the Forgotten Lands with his army and falsify documents to rule over his own province in Navoria. You and the Englands are captured and held hostage, but you manage to escape. You must return to the town and spread the word of the assistant's betrayal. Here we are, starting Chapter 3 of our Explorers of Navoria solo play. So, if you have not watched the other couple of playthroughs, link right up above. But I have kind of tweaked the setup. The decks are under these cards, but because of my space constraints, I just have them on top of the deck. I'll maneuver it as is necessary. Going into the additional setup for this specific one, we have these solo tokens. They've been put on top of the favor tiles. They've been put at the bottom spot of each track over the other reward. And then that is it. So the additional rules is when I claim a favor with a species in round 1, I will get the topmost space, so the better space. In rounds 2 or 3, I'm going to claim the bottommost space. Also, in the gather phase, when I'm putting the discs out here to grab rewards, when I put in the bottommost space of each type in the town, I take the solo token and gain the solo token benefit instead of the usual reward. So for instance, when I put a blue one here for the first time, I will not get the 2 points. I'll get whatever's on the other side of that solo token. My chapter objective is to have all solo tokens removed from the town. So that means I will be needing to grab at least 1 card of each color. And then I need each exploration track must have at least 1 trading post. So I need to get one at least in the forest, the desert, and the mountains. My starting card, playing on easy, gives me a green card to begin. That's why I have my resources on my board, and I'm already at 2 points. In the recruit and gather phase, I can always spend 2 contracts in order to gain another resource of my choice. At the end of the game, each green card is going to be worth 2 points. My side quest right here is once I get a card of the 5 colors, not counting gray, I will get 2 goods of my choice and 3 points. If you have not watched any of those previous videos or my how to play, I will go over really quick, briefly how to play this, but definitely watch those if you want something more in depth, or continue watching this and you'll see more how it plays. Basically, at the start of a round, I'm going to draw 2 discs out of here. I'm then going to choose one and grab a card matching that color and then do what is on that card. The other disc then goes to the village. In subsequent rounds, I can either grab a disc from the village or again, grab 2 out of the bag, selecting one, grabbing a card, and so forth. I'm going to repeat this 4 times. After 4 times, there will be 4 discs out here on this board. I am then going to grab a disc, put it over here, getting that designated reward, and doing all of that. I am then going to get income. Income is denoted here on these cards that show the little C. So I'll be basically getting points there, and I will be getting points based on the flags up there. That's what those income cards give. Normally you would also get points if you're furthest on the track. That is not present in a solo mode. Just the income on cards. After that, I'm going to bring my workers, or the little travelers, back or forward, technically, to wherever the farthest trading post is. I'm going to return all discs to the bag. I'm going to refresh the market. I'm going to do that all over again. I'm going to do that over 3 rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, we are going to do some endgame scoring, which there isn't much. There's the favor tiles. There's these red cards are endgame scoring, and then my endgame scoring on that card, and that will be it. In the solo mode, I am trying to get to certain levels, 110, 140, 170, and as I said, I have that chapter objective I need to get. So that is the brief overview. More of it you'll kind of gather as I play. Again, I'm going to do the first round, and then I'll fast forward through the second and through the first part of the third, and bring you back when I do the gather in the third. And so forth. There will be time links to all that down below. So we're going to start by grabbing 2 discs. I'm pretty sure I'm ready to get set up. Looks like it. So yeah. So I have a green disc and a yellow disc. So the green disc will be giving me points. And looking up here to one, so unfortunately the symbol I started with, if I get that favor token, it's not giving me points for green. the mask will and the little troll koala berry looking face will. So I may want to double up on that. As I said though, I know I need to get at least one of each color. So this would give me 3 apples. So I think we will start with this with the mask, because if I pull a red one, I might be able to get that mask one right away, because there's another mask up there. So we'll kind of see how this plays out. So these ones I can kind of stack like this, because the only thing that now matters is their color and their symbol. So that gives me 3 apples. When you get goods, you need to disperse them amongst the 3 areas. You can't put them all in the same spot. So this goes on top of here. Because I have an empty space, I'll now do that. Again, that wouldn't normally happen because you normally wouldn't have it stacked on top of the deck, but you do put the little disc on top of there. I am going to draw another one because I'm hunting for a red and a pink, and I just realized that is the only ones that have those masks, and I need 5 of those symbols, so I'm probably not going to be able to get that this first round. That's fine though, I'm going to kind of push myself towards that. So kind of push that over there. We have a pink and we have our other yellow. There are 2 per color in the bag. So I grab that mask just to kind of build up the masks. That is one that I am thinking I'm going to want to get, because in essence then I'd be getting 4 for each green card. That does sound like a good plan to me. So we grab our pink. Again, we'll just slide that over with the room that we have, like so. So immediately I am going to move 2 on the mountain track. Moving 1, moving 2. And then in the income phase, I get 1 point for every one of these flags I've passed all over the board. So more than likely, I'm probably going to be grabbing a yellow one for my last disc, because that is what allows me to build on those areas, and I do know I need to build one on each of those. Although these ones do also allow me to build, so I'll probably be using those. So a green and a red. I did say I'd probably grab that red so I can have the 2 ones, so that will work out well. This gives me nothing presently, but at the end of the game, I will be scoring 2 points for every trading post I have put in the forest. So with that being said, I think I am going to do my 4th one. I'm going to grab from the village. I'm going to come down here and build. I'm thinking probably the forest. That's a double mountain. That's a point, a sword, and build one in the mountains. Trying to figure out if there's certain... So I do want the little koala bear face. So yeah, we are going to grab this one right here. So we are going to move one in the forest, and then we are going to build one in the forest. So our forest is that color, so we grab this top one, and this goes right there. So there are the 4 cards. So I think I'm just going to kind of offset these like that. This is a 1 and done as well, so we can kind of stick this under the green guys like so, just keeping track of the symbols. So I do have 4 of those faces, so next one I get, I will be able to claim one of those. Alright, so now we go into the gather phase. That was the recruit phase. We'll throw those 2 back in there because they don't matter. I am now going to grab these and bring them over here. So at this point I can kind of decide, do I want to just start knocking out all of these little solo tokens on here? Do I want some better rewards? So looking at my board here, once I get a crystal here, I will be able to fulfill an order. I need 2 more things here and 2 apples here. So I think let's go ahead. That would allow me to build a building. I'm pretty sure I might be trying to get more of those. I don't know if I'm really going to do much more red though, so we are going to just put our red one there. See what the solo token gets me. 2 points. We'll just set that off to the side. Let's see. We are going to not do our yellow one here because we plan on drafting more yellow in the future. Instead, I want to get the rewards up here, which is 2 more points and 2 crystals. So we'll drop a crystal here, we'll drop a crystal there. Because we have this, we're going to instantly fulfill this order, like so, which is going to let us move on the forest. It's going to give us a point per green card. We have 2, 1, 2, and then up here another 2 points, 1 and 2. So I need to make sure I remember about this whole 1 of every color. I do not have it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I grab a blue card, I will be able to trigger that. So I need to make sure I retain that knowledge in my head. So now we have the green and the pink. Both of them we are planning on doing in the future. Kind of looking here where I might want to go with stuff. Do I want to start building up more for the rewards? Or do I want to just knock out that solo early? I think the pink we're going to go up here to build. I want to try and get those done and out of my head, I believe. So we will just grab 1 for the desert, and we'll put our first one on the desert. Like I said, just get that out of my head so I don't forget about it by the end and being like, oh my god, I got to still do that. And then the green, we will just knock out this solo one, which is going to give us a good of our choice. So, doesn't really hinder us too much. Let's go ahead and, let's grab a sword just for fun, and let's just go ahead and deliver on these orders, get this stuff cleared out of here, like so. So we move 1 on the desert. We get a point per green card, that's 2 points. And then we move in the forest. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. So that is all the discs. We now go to income phase. Again, typically you would get income here based on whoever's furthest on the path. Does not happen in a solo game. Instead, we're going to look to see what income we get from cards over here. We have the 1 pink card, so we are going to get income based on our flags that we've passed. So that at or past, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. So that is 3 points. Like so. And that is income phase. So now what happens is we go to the whole return phase. So there is no trading post here, so he comes back to the beginning. There is a trading post here, so that's where he goes. There's a trading post at the 1, so he goes back to that trading post. We then return the discs to the bag. We replenish all of this, and then we start the next round. So here we are set up for the next round. So again, here's where I'm going to start to kind of speed up play. So you'll see I did get, so hopefully as long as I draw a blue one, I will be able to grab that guy. Kind of looking around down here. There is some more building options here. There is a building option up here of any one. So I'm hoping to knock out the gray as well. So, like I said, we'll now speed up. There will be a timestamp down below to where if you want to just jump to where I'm in round 3, the gather phase, which will be then right before we end the game. Alright, so we're into our last gather phase, and I've noticed I haven't been scoring as much points in this one as I have in others. I think it's because of the whole having to focus on grabbing one card of each. It was hard to really kind of make something specific kind of heavier and better, because I normally don't grab the gray cards, stuff like that. That being said, we are going to go into our gather phase. So let me get the 2 swords out here. Also, I grabbed like 2 sword cards. I normally don't do that, but I want to trigger my special ability down here. There was just decisions made in this one that I normally don't do. So first off, let's go ahead and use this one. Seeing as this is a requirement, it does give me a good of my choice. That is what I was really hoping for. So it honestly doesn't really matter because I'm just going to put it here because I'm going to build up this one to try and sell this because I'm going to be able to get 2 more goods. This one here is just going to give me a straight 6 points. Then our green one up here gives us 2 apples and a good of our choice. We're not going to be able to do another selling, so it doesn't fully matter. So we'll drop a crystal there, an apple there, and an apple there. And then we come up here to get 2 crystals, 2 points. This one is going to be close to see if I get to that 110. So let's go ahead and drop that there and drop that right there. So we now are going to sell here. So first we move on the desert track. Then we get a point per green card. 1, 2, 3 points. 1, 2, 3 points. We move 1 on the forest. We get to the end of here, which gives us that and a contract token. Also gives us 5 points as depicted there. So it gets us to 74. We move up 1 more on the mountain, like so. So that is the end of there. So let me just clear up this board really quick, and then we're going to get into the last income phase and then end game scoring. So the main reason I want to clean that up is just so I can kind of extend these cards out a little bit. So these are going to be my income cards right here. Then we got a couple end game scoring cards, and then we'll get to our other stuff. So first, the income phase. So I'm going to be getting 2 points for every flag that I have crossed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've crossed 7 flags. So that's times 2. So that's going to be 14 points. So that puts us up to 88. We are going to get 1 point for every one of those symbols we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one counts for 7. So that is another 7, 95. I'm feeling better about our chances now. So that was income phase. Now we move into end game scoring. So again, we have our little end game scoring on this one as well. So for this card, we are going to get 2 points for every trading post we built in the forest. So that's going to be 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is in the desert. Again, 2 of them, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That is those. We'll go ahead and look at my card here first. 1 point or 2 points for every green card. So 1, 2, 3 green cards, so that is 6 points. 109. This one is going to give us 1 point for every green card and pink card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points there. And this is another 2 points per green card, so 2, 4, and 6. Puts us at 120. So I did my favorite tiles, I did these end of games, I did that end of game. So we ended at 120. So not as big of a win as I normally get. But we did, however, accomplish the first one. We didn't get up to the second level. But a win is a win, and I will take it. So again, that was scenario 3 in the solo campaign of Explorers of Navoria. We will be doing, of course, scenario 4, and then it wraps up in scenario 5. You can be alerted to that if you head down below and hit subscribe, ring the bell, maybe leave a comment. Let me know if you've played all 5 scenarios and if you have a favorite scenario. Go ahead and share the video as well. That is all. Appreciate you can even like the video. Also down below there is a join button. You can join the channel for exclusive perks such as seeing the videos earlier than they are normally posted, some polls, some even other small little videos that will be behind the scenes. Other ways to support the channel that are linked down below is our Patreon and our Ko-fi. These are ways to help support the channel, help us continue bringing all these videos to you that you are hopefully enjoying. But until next time, I will keep exploring.